Hello, everyone. This is Sergeant Diddy, and we're back once again on Project Ozone Lite. This is episode 15. As you can see, in between episodes, I did work on expanding the platforms. I've got the basic outline of everything done, and that took a while, so I needed to, go to sleep. So I go to school today, and basically the the crop farm, the smell tree, the mob farm, excuse me, and the passive mob farm are basically just floating. We have a chicken. Oh, I thought we had a chicken. That was just a. Oh, jeez. That's one thing I want to take care of today is try to expand this a little bit and put some actual storage over here so we can collect these things um, that are obviously not fitting in this box anymore because it is full. I mean, well, let me get rid of these and then I'll. Actually, I'm going to leave that crap there. But that way it'll be easier to do the storage later. Um, oops. So, and this thing over here is funny. I mean, you can't really reach it. Well, I guess you can reach it, but we've got 15 ender pearls in there and a whole butt ton of blood. I tried to drain that stuff out, like, because I really, well, we don't really need this resident ender because we have ender pearls, but there'll be at a time, I believe, when we'll need the resident ender for thermal expansion stuff, at least. So that's not something we should just throw away if we already have it for free. So I might build a. I think either way we're gonna drop that thing down, or build a, like a pyramid staircase up to it, kind of like this was supposed to be. But I knew this was gonna be temporary, so I never really finished it. Um, Another thing I want to do real quick is explain this little getup over here. I plumbed because this is our cobble box. I plumbed cobble straight into the sag mill. And what's in this? Is that full? That's full. I can show you how it works with sand. It works basically the same way, except for this is turned off, right? Oh, why is that always active? Oh, because it was running when I went to sleep last night. Um, yeah, so that's a thing. So let's move on to part number 2 since that's already done. Let's turn this off though. That way, well, it doesn't really even matter. Um, One other thing I did, and as you can tell, I keep freaking hurting myself when I fall down because using hover mode uses more fuel and it's a pain in the butt to get down. So what I'm gonna do is make some slime boots, if I could spell slime correctly. Slime boots, right? And what these do is they make you bounce when you hit the ground. So that's 4. We need 2 of these. We'll just take 2 just in case there's more slime balls in there. And I don't think there is, but just in case. So we can take these and put these on our feet. And now we bounce and don't take fall damage. And we don't have to use the hover. Well, it just turned the hover on because I guess one of the times I bounced I went too high or something. I don't know. But what else was I going to do? Oh, let's look at making a... Is there cobble in here? No. I need to get some... I need to make that system better. Oh, one more thing I did in between episodes was as soon as I turned this off, or, stopped recording the last episode, I noticed that this fuel, or this Stirling generator was always burning coal. And this thing was full, but that thing was always running. And I took the wind generator and put it up as high as I can go, right? So it sits up here by its lonesome. I'm going to turn on hover so I can click on it. It makes 96 RF per tick. It's putting out 192. I don't think anything's taking it because the buffer's not going down, or if it is, it's not going that slow. And it's got 80 KRF, 80,000 RF stored inside it. I was making 94 RF per tick, I think, 90 something. And down here, it was making 39. So this is a quite an improvement. So let's grab some cobble so we have it for crafting purposes. We can stick it in this bad boy over here. I need to get a storage bus and some of that other stuff. Maybe I'll work on that today too. We'll see. We'll see. But we're going to need resources to build all these things, right? And manually sifting and manually crushing this stuff is a pain in the butt. So that's what, oops, that's what this thing over here is doing. I never really finished explaining what was going on here. But the cobble comes over here, gets crushed in this, and this is a temporary system. Once the platforms are done, and this will probably go underneath this deck here, so it's not visible. Whatever power generation we use, because we're not always going to be using these wind generators. No matter how sexy they are with their synchronized spinning, but you know. So the cobble goes into there, and it turns into gravel, and it has two secondary outputs of sand and flint. And the flint gets fed back in here to keep this full, so we get extra um, secondaries or extra primaries, extra of everything basically. And then when I need sand, or a lot more sand than 226, because that's what you get for once you get a full chest of gravel, you get about 250 freaking 250-ish freaking sand. Well, if you need a lot of sand for, glass or silicon or to make dust, then this is set up that all I got to do is come over here, come to the gravel, switch this to output, and it'll run all the gravel through here and get all sand. And then I can do the same thing to set up the silicon. The dust is more of a pain in the booty. So we're going to work on um, machines that will help us with that and do the sifting, right, for us. And I did have this set up before, and I took it down because um, it wasn't kind of coached to, make a bunch of crap. Mechanical user, and not keep you guys in the loop of how I set it up. Mechanical user. And I did find out that, yes, you can have a 9x9 sieve, but that doesn't really do you any good. So we need a lever, we need this resonating redstone crystal, and a dropper. Dropper is easy. It's, standard cobblestone with the redstone in the bottom there. This thing here is a little weird. We need these redstone alloy ingots, which I should have in my inventory, and you need these ender shards, one of such. You don't need all 8, just one. With this glass cutter, which is made with 2 iron there, an iron there, and a stick. So 3 iron and a stick and an ender pearl gives you these shards. I should have stayed there. So appears I have the stuff. So now we have 8 of these, and I guess we can throw those in there. I guess we can throw that in there. What else do I not need? These things. And I don't need that anymore. Well, we'll keep that. Doesn't really matter though. So we need this bad boy now. And this thing is a part of, what is it? It's oh, extra utilities too, it says right there. But basically most of the parts, or most of the machines for did I keep redstone in here? No, I don't have any redstone. I have redstone over here though. That's part of the reason why, well, that's really one of the only reasons why I ended up doing this. And then tearing it back down, because I had time while I was doing all that stuff down there to run this thing while I was not sitting here. And we need a lever. Dang it. Is there a stick in here? Yes. Stick. Oh, well, I guess that works too. So we need a lever, a dropper. And I don't think it matters. I don't. Yeah, it's not shapeless. Okay, so now we got this mechanical user. What else do we need? We needed absorption hopper, which is the same thing that we're using down there. It does a freaking 7x7. I did make the upgrades for it, so let's look at the upgrades for the absorption hopper. Is this bad boy, absorption hopper radius upgrade. You can put up to 6 in there. It starts out with a 7x7. Yeah, 7x7x7. So you could go 13x13x13. Because when it adds to the radius, it adds 1 to the entire radius. So all the directions. Well, wait a minute. 7x7. Well, that's a radius. The radius is 7. No. What? So this is 7x7x7, which is the diameter. That doesn't make any sense. How does that add to the radius? I don't know. It works though. See, that wording doesn't make any sense. I'm assuming it works the same way as this. This is width modifier plus 1, right? Well, it's not really plus 1. It's plus 1 to either side. So it's really like, yeah. So I'm assuming this thing works the same way. So it's going to add plus 1 to the radius in all 3 directions. X, Y, and Z. Yeah, because then if you didn't do that, you'd end up with 3.5 radius, which, well, I guess would be about the same. So it doesn't really matter. So this took some obsidian and ender pearls and a redstone. I made 2 of those. I made another one of these, which is obsidian hopper and eye of ender. And those are in here. So we got this bad boy. We need some cables. And we'll keep that right there. Why did I have a chest? Oh, that's for the dust. Or not a chest, but a drawer. We'll need these. And you'll see why we need these here in a minute. Where's the cardboard box? We're going to need the cardboard box. Because it doesn't take long to set this up, but you really need the cardboard box to get the stuff over there. I think I put it back in the system, so it's okay. One thing I did notice is when you put... Ooh, we need the Yeta wrench. I forgot about that. And that thing's probably back in the system too. Nope, right there. Okay. Because you can put this thing on the bottom, but I'm not climbing down to the bottom right now to do that. I'm just going to show you how this thing works and set it up. And you got to face it down. So you got to click on it with a wrench of any type. The Yeta wrench is what I have, so that's what I'm using. Got to put this on top. And this will be set to insert. I did figure out what's wrong with my keyboard because I thought it was a problem with the server. It's an off location server through CubeHost or whatever it's called. And I pay an exorbitant amount of money for this. And I have recently gone through the learning curve on how to set up your own local server, which there is really no learning curve to it if you're just running a basic freaking server. Oh, shnikes. Let's, oh yeah, and if you hold down shift with these slime boots on, we need hover. I'll turn that back off. If you hold down shift when you're falling with the slime boots on, it turns the effect off. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so now we have, okay, that's still set up right. I hate it when it does that. Now it's trying to show me the inventory of that pipe. Extract, always active. It should be plumbing in. It's plumbing in. And you see it's doing 4 at a time. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Well, we don't like slow and steady around here. We want speed upgrades. So that way the machine can keep up. And also we need to come up here and drop Um, let's see. Drop that thing, and I can't remember. I've set this thing up twice. I think it's west. No, no, what am I doing? Oh yeah, it's gonna be west. It's just sitting there. But we need these because it's a 7 by 7 by 7, and this contraption is 9 by 9 by 9, and we should be in the center. Yeah, we're in the center. Um, then we need to take these bad boys and connect them up with, whoops, the controller. And the reason why I'm holding down shift is sometimes when you click on these things, it just tells you what they're connected to. Which I don't care what they're connected to, I want to add another block. That's why I'm clicking on it with the item conduits in my hand. Just saying. And these things are going to connect to everything like that. I'd really like the thing to just connect. Um, so I'm going to disable these just so we don't have extra nodes that aren't doing anything. And you can reconnect those with the Yeta wrench or a multitude of other different ways you can reconnect those. The Yeta wrench is probably the easiest. The other way that's fairly easy is just break it and replace it. Then you want this obviously set to insert. And when you come back up here, you break your misclick. And you set this one to extract, always active. Whoa, what? Oh, that's right, I'm on the different server now, so my options settings are probably... I don't need that stupid magnet. Screw it. I was going to turn it off anyway because you don't want to pick up all the stuff. You want the thing up there to pick up all the stuff. And on that note, I'm going to come up here so I don't pick up all the stuff. And I should be able to, yes, I can still reach it. And I believe this is a activate block with item. Oh, it's already going. Okay, cool. So this is going. You can tell it's not going very fast. And once we get some GP going, we can throw... I still picked up all the stuff. I think my magnet is on, but it doesn't show it. So maybe... Yeah, that magnet is definitely on. Inventory. I never showed you guys how to do this before, so I guess right now is a good time to show you. Why is it utility? Utility back? You know, I'm not OP on this. I'm not op, so maybe that's why I can't turn. Why I'm not getting the OP stuff over here. Which I guess kind of makes sense. But how do I turn this to recipe mode? My magnet's still turned on. Okay, so I guess that's something I'm gonna have to figure out later. But oh great. I'm sure you get the point. This thing here is gonna... I'm still collecting all the crap. I didn't know that was a thing, so that's gonna do its thing. Alright, we got that figured out. Okay, now let's go see what kind of cows we got over here. I'm trying to find some kind of fuel that we can put into... Okay, that magnet's really gonna make me mad here in a minute. What did I... Oh, they're right there. What do we got here? Molten obsidian, which could be useful. Molten clay. Did I look at you? Guess not. Liquid lithium. I got one of those a few minutes ago. Crude oil. That is a good start for Brushed dynamo. I would really like to have two, or I would like to have um, um, two cows that have the refined fuel in it, because then we don't have to process the crude oil into refined fuel. But you know, whatever works. And the other thing we had going on over here, okay, so now we're That is so great, I guess. We'll let that go for a while. I'm assuming my inventory is full, and that's why we're not picking up the lapis. Um, suppose we can run some more. Um, oh my god, this is gonna be annoying. I'm not gonna do that today just because we'd be picking up the dust. I'll show you next episode, but basically what you do is you run a conduit here, put a mechanical user facing here, right here, placing the block. You have another mechanical user facing the sand right here. So this one places sand here. This one is facing this, and it's got use item with a diamond hammer in it. Oh, maybe that zombie right there. I'm pretty sure that's a zombie. Maybe he'll walk into our fire pit. I'll be right back. Doesn't look like he's into walking into his burning death right now, which, I guess that's too bad for him. Maybe too bad for us too. Let's sleep real quick, and then we can work on upgrading that mob farm and putting some storage down there. I want to make it bigger, and I want to run storage drawers down there also, so we can store all the stuff that we're collecting. Oh my god, this is annoying. Let me see. Okay, now let's see. The magnet's still not there. I just opt myself, so we should be able to get utility mode to work now. Dude, my freaking neighbors outside in their cars thumping their music. Okay, good. I can turn that off. Okay, thank you. Um, because it's really hard for me to show you how this thing. It doesn't. Oh crap! It doesn't pick the things up like uber fast, as you can tell. There's a dude. Seriously, I just want to be on top of this thing. Whatever. What? Stop floating. Just stand. I was standing on top of this stupid box. Oh. Unless something is full. Okay, stuff is. Oh, I know what I forgot. You see how backed up that thing is, right? It's going nice and slow. We need this. Um, if we. That thing takes up the whole block, so you have to come over here. Drop the speed upgrades in that bad boy. Now the things start trucking. I totally forgot about that. That's my bad. But you see, it like, wow, it's done, and it's picking up all the stuff. It takes a while. It doesn't pick up things instantly like a whoa, like an item collector. I think the item collector used to be in this mod pack, but it's not there anymore. Okay, everything fit. Yeah, there used to be item collector. I don't know how well this works. I've never used it. What is it made of? Oh, machine chassis. Plastic. We don't have any plastic. And it makes 8 of them. What's this? Item collector, item collector. What? Emits comparator signal. Okay, okay. Well, I guess we get 8 of them once we get a rubber tree. I'm not too worried about that right now. Um, like, I know if we want... Can you turn off? Oh, man, now there's stuff down there again. What time are we at? 24? Let's, Well, now that I got this turned off and this thing's done, we can... I can show you how I'll make another absorption hopper, too. Because we'll need it. I guess the coal is full. Let's take the coal and stick it... And this. Okay, no, we won't. All right, right on. How did you make that carbon? Carbon. Block of coal smelted. Okay, let's make some carbon because we have all this coal that we can't do crap with. Well, we can't store it. I guess we could do stuff with it, but huh? You can always do stuff with stuff, but I don't want to store it. And the carbon armor and carbon tools are like the heat, so and weapons to boot. I mean, we've got like the most um, the greatest weapon that we're gonna need until we get to like infinity stuff. But yeah, I made some redstone alloy. Um, that should give us those. Yeah. Um, let me grab these and I'll kick on. Oh, we need that. Um, oh, I forgot I turned the magnet off. Okay, so we'll get this rolling again. Okay. Dang it, stupid box. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I have an extra one. Okay, so we're getting sand. I don't know why it's not coming out. Oh, it's probably not coming out because the gravel's coming out. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's going to run for a while. Um, basically, what we need to do here is exactly what I stated a minute ago. Set that to extract, always active. Come over here. The mechanical user's always going to face the direction where you place them, so it's going to be like that. You want to insert into this. You want to take this, and I'm going to turn this off just so it doesn't, I guess it doesn't really matter. We need to place the block. We need to go like this. Place that block. Do I still have the hammer on me? Yeah. Now, this thing isn't automatically going to collect the dust. You need something to collect the dust. So, oh, another thing I did in between episodes was I ran an item conduit in between here, so when the obsidian is made, it automatically gets pulled and put into this drawer. And then over here, I took some fluid conduit, ender fluid conduit to be exact, and I don't know why those are connected. Extra connections can cause lag because as it's searching the network for places to put stuff, um, it's checking all the connections. So, in the ender fluid conduit, I don't think I made online or in episode. What is that? Ender resonant and stone. Oh, okay. Um, it's a normal conduit binder, two vibrant alloys, and a fused quartz, and that makes 8. Pretty sure it makes 8 anyway. But it's pulling the lava out of here, putting it into here. So we've got, and I've got plumbing item conduit going from the cobble to this hopper. I could really get rid of the hopper, but whatever. So we need 3 of those. Is there hoppers in here? Yeah. What did we need then? Is there blaze powder in here? I doubt it. Nope. Okay, so let's go grab some blaze powder and make us some freaking absorption hopper action. And once again, this all is going to go downstairs. Like, this isn't staying here. I just want to show you how this works, and we need this first. And we should be able to make this now. We don't need any range upgrades. We don't need anything crazy like that. We just need this bad boy to sit. We'll put him up top. no, I have a better idea. We can do this, put that right there, put this bad boy right here, and then just go down, down, oops, down. So now it's just going to put everything that it collects into there. Um, we need to take this thing, give it the tool, no random slot, upper left corner only. Okay, I was going to put use item on block, but you see we're collecting dust now. And that's going to go until it runs out of sand, which doesn't look like it's going to be that long basically, but yeah, so I think that is it for this episode. I'm gonna go see, and I know that this probably isn't holding everything that can be held in this chest. Um, there might be a couple of more witch things that it can hold. But actually, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we can get from here. Um, so yeah, that's a thing. And I wanna, man, it's gonna take forever to build all these freaking things. Even with freaking wands, it's gonna take forever. It took me. Why is there? Oh, cloud. I was like, why is there a shadow there? Um, these ones here. Finishing these ones, these two pieces, like this whole section here, and this little section right here, took me about an hour ish. But I had to um, lay all the runs because a lot of it was underneath the slab that was already there. So as soon as I was placing slabs down, it was putting down red X's instead of yellow X's. So that took a lot of extra time. Um, oh yeah, and as you notice, this thing here can only drop 64 at a time. So the extra ring around the edge here can go away. It only needs to be 8 by 8, not 9 by 9. Even though you can do 9 by 9, you can't really fill 9 by 9 unless there's another activator or mechanical user or something that can push 2 stacks at a time instead of just 1 stack at a time. And I don't really care that much to get that much out of it, so I'm not really that worried about it. But I want to have one setup for what exactly? I guess we just need one setup or two because I think um crushed netherrack when we need prosperity shards. Pretty sure that requires iron stiffened mesh. So I guess, well, yeah, let's set up two. It just makes more sense to have two set up and than to have one set up. And if we need prosperity shards, we need to spend 10 minutes changing the meshes out. That just seems kind of dumb. But what do I want to do in between? I don't know. I'll figure it out. On that note, I'm pretty sure we're done for today. Uh, yeah. So this is Sergeant Diddy signing off, and I'll see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Later.